Irrespective of how much wealth, assets, and material possessions we may acquire for comfort in our life, the real wealth lies in our health. We have often heard this saying, but in the hustle and bustle of our life, wrong lifestyle. Crack the Wellness Code, or CWC as it is commonly known, has its origin in the health hero story of its founder, Mr. Naren Bakshi, a serial entrepreneur of Indian origin in Silicon Valley. He was able to reverse his lifestyle diseases like diabetes, sleep apnea, and obesity by making lifestyle corrections that were backed by ancient Vedic wisdom and Western scientific research. This led to the establishment of India Chapter in June 2020, with Wing Commander V.K. Kala leading the Indian operations. With full support from India Community Center and CWC Global in Silicon Valley. This received due adulation from the Honorable Chief Minister, Mr. Ashok Gehlot, and the then Health Minister of Rajasthan, Dr. Raghu Sharma. The encouraging feedback led to the formation of the Indus Wellness Co Trust in April 2021, and finally registered as a Section 8 company under the Companies Act by the name My Crack the Wellness Code Foundation in July 2022. CWC has a dedicated full-time team, doctor patrons, and volunteers with a total focus on wellness. The initiative has conducted more than 50 webinars on various dimensions of wellness such as physical, mental, emotional, and occupational wellness, and so on, with experts from around the globe, including Stanford and Harvard University. Our Wellness Resource Center to run regular wellness activities such as wellness-based events, knowledge and yoga sessions, support group interactions, access to wellness library, and so on. It is located at a prominent commercial hub at Jaipur. Various eminent educational institutions, corporates, and other not-for-profit organizations are already associated with us to work together on spreading the wellness message. This foundation firmly believes that we must take care of our body and mind, as this is a place where we have to spend our entire life. Wellness means that to the extent possible, we should follow good habits in our life so that we remain healthy in all aspects and live our life to the fullest. Healthy mind and thoughts reside in a healthy body. And if we want to live a happy life, then we shouldn't ever let it fall sick. The goal of my CWC Foundation is to bring wellness to the lives of 50 lakh people in 5 years. And for this, our mantra is E, educate, I, inspire, E, empower, and I, impact. The Indian chapter of CWC, just like CWC Global, is committed to working on the reversal of lifestyle disorders related to heart, obesity, diabetes, cancer, and mental and behavioral health. Today, India is doing well in various sectors, but when it comes to Global Wellness Index, India ranks fairly low. It is high time that we Indians claim our rightful place in the Health and Wellness Index, and we are sure that we will make an impact there. So, let us all unite and join this cause of a better India, a wellness-oriented India.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I, Krupa Trivedi, welcome you all on behalf of CWC and I am happiness in our session, Your Well-Being through Hypnotherapy and Coaching. Well, you all know what is CWC. I would like to introduce I am happiness. Asura, please, slides. So, I am happiness is a global think tank working for better happiness index and
So your
provide
voice
a
is
well-being.
doubling up. Can you just check?
Oh yeah, please. Sure.
Now fine?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, sorry. So Happiness is a think tank working to better happiness index and provide well-being solution to people. Happiness Network is full of global wellness and growth experts and experiences from Devdutt Patnaik to Aman Gupta. Our founder, next slide please, Azhar. The founder, Aishwarya Ajay, she's an entrepreneur and researching and around mindfulness and spirituality and impacting 20,000 plus people and more in their journey. Next slide, please. She won many awards and featured in Your Story, Hindustan Times, GOI Young Leader, and many more. She is also handling her family business and she is Associate Director in One Big Innovations Private Limited. So here we have I Am Happiness and CWC. Move towards our session. Now we all want to be a happy, successful, satisfied, and stress-free life. But is it possible? Well, if you ask me right now, then I will say yes. Because all these things possible with the help of hypnotherapy and coaching. And today, our experts will take us to our dream and ideal world. So let's talk about our expert, Pratibha Pandya. Pratibha Pandya is the founder of Giant Holistic Wellness. She is an internationally trained counselor, certified hypnotherapist, life skill coach, licensed RCT therapist, and metaphor therapist. With her background in psychology and experience more than a decade, she is able to transfer and impacted many lives. Next, please, Azhar. She conducted various workshops for the esteemed organization like Jain International Trade Organization and Entrepreneurs Organization. Her virtual sessions have helped people across the globe and are accessible to anyone suffering from mental illness. So thank you, Pratibha, for joining us. We welcome you. Our next speaker is Ms. Nishan Shah. Nishan Shah is a core skill coach, a mentor, a behavioral coach, and an image consultant. She conducted various training workshops under the name of Training Monkey. She has been a director at Upskill Management Service Private Limited since 2014 till 2023. Next, please, Azhar. She is a certified principal officer registered under RIDI Act. She helps people from various backgrounds, right from students to homemakers to professionals, in realizing of their inner potentials. So we welcome you, Nishan. So let's start our journey towards ideal world. So Pratibha.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Pratibha. So Pratibha, what exactly hypnotherapy is and how do you define well-being as a hypnotherapy?
Okay, hypnotherapy is a form of an alternative form of treatment where we make use of hypnosis to actually get to the root cause of any issue that you have. It could be a physical issue, mental issue, spiritual issue, not realizing your full potential, anything. So we make use of hypnosis as a tool to get to the root cause of whatever you're suffering from. And what we really try and do is dig deeper, go to your childhood, make use of regression therapy actually, to go back to your childhood to figure out when and where that issue started. And once we figure out the root cause, healing an issue becomes easier. I mean, you've fought 80% of the battle because you know ye kahan se aa raha hai. If you actually ask me, how do I define well-being? I would really define well-being when there's a complete harmony between your physical, mental, and emotional state. Meaning, you do have stress. I will not say you do not have any stress, but you do not have excessive stress, and more than that, there's a negative feeling, maybe about yourself or about life, or this whole feeling that we generally, I think 90% of us have it, that I'm not good enough. हम कुछ भी करते हैं हम यही सोचते हैं that I'm not good enough, I'm not enough, I can't have it all. So none of those negative feelings should be there, because I think that governs a lot of your actions then. So for me, well-being is not having those, just being at peace with who you are, where you are, what you have, and knowing, I truly, truly believe that you can have everything. There's this proverb that says that, or people generally believe that if you're good at work, you can't have a good family life. Or if you're earning too much money, which means you're sacrificing something. For me, I think it is really, really possible to have it all the way you want it, at your own will. That's mental well-being for me. So, if you picture it, if you want to visually picture it, it's like how we get wrapped in this cozy blanket on a winter night and you just feel so relaxed. That's what mental well-being is. That's the feeling you should have 24/7 with you.
Yes, true. Very true, Pratibha. So, also, before so many years, I have networked many lives, many masters, and read about the hypnosis. So, what is the difference between hypnotherapy and hypnosis? Both are same or they are different words?
So I'm so glad you asked this question to me, because I think hypnosis is something, or hypnotherapy is something that's widely misunderstood in the entire world, and that's the only reason people don't want to even try it. Now, to make it simple, hypnosis is the act of guiding you into a trance state. When I say trance state, what I mean is you reach a deep state of relaxation that you normally use even when you're in meditation. So you reach a deep state of relaxation where you're completely focused and you're just more open to suggestions. So if I actually tell you, Kripa, in a day, we go through this state of hypnosis a lot of times. There are sometimes when you're so immersed in a book that you don't, if someone just calls your name and you're kind of shaken up, you're in a state of hypnosis. Or when you're driving and you're going in the same route that you take from your home to office every day, you don't really check that do I need to take a right now or do I need to take a left now. It's just a mental route map that you have. You're in a state of hypnosis even then. So we are in a state of hypnosis in the day of quite some time. The difference between that hypnosis and the hypnosis that we induce is here, there is someone guiding you to that trance state. There is someone giving you suggestions and trance, getting your mind to that trance state so that we can achieve something like healing or self-discovery or self-healing. Now, hypnotherapy, on the other hand, is where we're using hypnosis as a tool to provide you with some therapeutic purpose, to help you overcome maybe anxiety, stress, or any mental or physical condition. Now, where people get really confused is when they watch this in movies and theaters, that, they call people on stage and they'll shake a pendulum and then they tell people walk straight, walk right, walk left. So people have this misconception that during hypnotherapy or during an hypnosis state which a trained hypnotherapist gets you to, you're going to lose control. Right? I mean, that's all we all believe in. That we won't know what we're going to do, and that hypnotherapist is going to tell me to sit down, and I'll have to sit down. It's nothing like that. In a proper hypnotherapy session, you are in complete control of yourself to the extent that during the session you can tell me that I don't want to answer this question of yours, or I want to get out of hypnosis, or I'm not. You are so much in control to tell me to stop asking questions also. What you see in a stage hypnosis is people are called upon, those people are very clever. They choose people who can go into hypnosis and tele-suggestion they that, what, you people are the chosen one and you're very intelligent and you're going to get into hypnosis so fast. So out of fear also, people just start believing what they're saying. And that's not what hypnosis actually is. It is just achieving this deep state of relaxation where you listen and answer from your subconscious mind. Yeah. So, where all your feelings are stored, you're actually answering from that place. So we hypnotherapists make use of hypnosis as a tool to help you overcome life issues.
Yeah, true. Thank you so much. My next question to you is, Pratibha. Now, substantially people are suffering from critical disease. High percentage of people are nowadays suffering from critical disease. And after, that they are suffering from mental illness and post-trauma disorder. So how hypnotherapy can help?
Each and every body has an ability to heal itself, which I think if you've read Many Lives, Many Masters also, you know that. Every body has an ability to heal itself or call upon a disease. It makes you understand and changes your belief system that, you know what, you are not wrong. If this has come, your body can heal and you can pass through it. So it makes you more resilient and gives you coping skills to deal with it. So it helps you in both ways, in physical and in mental illness.
Yes. Okay, great. So hypnotherapy can help you in both the ways, physical and mental.
Yeah.
Please share any of your experience with your clients, that how hypnotherapy helped them to heal and start the intervention help.
Okay, so I'll talk about a very simple case first, which I think a lot of people, or we don't understand the amount of knowledge that our body carries. I had this girl who would come with me who was, if you look at it from outside, a very bold, very smart, very, someone you would think has no issues at all, actually. She came to me with two or three issues. But one of the most simpler issues that she came was, she came and she told me that I lack self-confidence and I can't go on stage and talk. And I looked at her and I said that, I was taken aback because when she walked in the room, I thought, oh my God, I really assumed she had no problems at all. But she said, I do have a problem when I'm meeting new people or when I am at a stage where people are looking at me, I am not comfortable, especially, there are a lot of men and all around. I kind of shake up. Which, so I said, fair enough, we did a consultation and all. Post that, we took her to a regression where I take you back to your life story and understand when and where this thing happened. When and where was this point that you started feeling low in confidence? So we normally take you to 3 scenes of your life. The first scene that came up was when she was on a stage and she was supposed to talk and she mispronounced a word and her classmates laughed and made fun of her. So as a child, what she felt is that if I'm at a place where there are people giving me attention and if I make a mistake, I'll be a laughing stock. The second scene that came up, which she had buried, you know how we do in post-traumatic stress disorder, you bury things inside. She had been abused by her uncles. She had buried that deep down inside, and during hypnosis that came up that, because she was a very pretty girl and she felt that she'd got the attention of people around and that's why she had been abused. And that's when she figured that she's scared to be in any center of attraction because she just felt that people are not looking at her right when she can get abused again. A third scene was in a college when again something had happened to her. So through hypnosis, we actually realized that she never saw the connection between the scenes, but she felt that she had put her shell around her. That, you know what, if I'm in any center of attraction, either I will be laughed at or people are going to, are going to make use of me or abuse me. So it's better to stay away. It's better to push yourself behind so that I can protect myself. So the entire thought process of not going on a stage and talking was to protect herself from being hurt again. And our mind's job is just one thing. It wants to protect ourselves from being hurt again. So she had stopped going there. So again, through use of a lot of interventions that we do, we kind of changed her belief system and made her realize that in none of the situation it was her fault. And we made her take the power back. And now she's completely comfortable going on stage and everything. This is when it comes to emotional things. But even in physical illness, we make you realize that, when we talk about mental illness like depression, no one is born depressed. Everyone is born as a happy child they're just ready to be who they are. They do not wonder what are people are going to think, and if they want to vomit, they're going to vomit. If they want to laugh, they're going to laugh. We think if we should laugh or cry because we are wondering of how people are going to judge us. So even when it comes to people like who come to us with depression, and we go back to the life situation, we make them realize that at that point of time, the meaning that you gave to those situations were not something that is helping you. Plus, maybe you didn't have the coping skills at that point of time. But now you're an older person, you can understand better, you have way more coping skills that you do. So we make people take that power back, that life or life situation has somehow taken it back from them.
Yeah, true. So yeah, it's very nice to hear from you. So, Pratima, can you please demonstrate the hypnotherapy to our audience so that they can also have the first-hand experience and they can also have the glimpse of what is all about hypnotherapy? So, is it possible?
It is possible. The only requirement is I would really appreciate if people keep the cameras on because it just makes it easier for me to say. Secondly, the only 2 things that this requires, A is I need consent from everyone that you're okay. Trust me, getting into an hypnosis state, you're going to be in control. You're just going to feel completely relaxed after we finish the entire 5-7 minutes of hypnosis. I'm going to do a very short hypnosis. You're going to feel completely relaxed as if you've had a good sleep after whatever, how many hours. And you're going to just fall in love with yourself. So that's the whole idea that we'll do.
Yeah.
All that it requires is phones on silent, because if something rings or something disturbs you, you're going to get out of hypnosis.
True.
Secondly, you've just got to listen to my command, my voice, and whatever I guide you through. Thirdly, I will teach you how to place your eyes and breathe. So if you look at me and you can just follow that, everybody can get into hypnosis.
Yeah.
So is everyone okay to do that?
Okay.
So I request my audience to please switch on your camera and just give me thumb, give me your consent. So yes, everyone, ready?
Ready.
Kala
Ready.
sir, Kala sir,
Ready.
Abhik sir,
Yeah, ready.
ready sir. Okay.
Yeah,
Please,
Trust me,
Pratima ma'am, go ahead.
it's going to be an experience that you're going to feel
Yeah.
as if जो आप आधा घंटे का मेडिटेशन में अचीव करते हैं, मैं आपको 5 मिनट में अचीव करवा दूंगी.
Please ma'am, please.
So what you need to do, okay, what you really need to do in this is just take a look at my eyes, okay? When I give you the instructions, okay, you have to look up like this, as if you're trying to look at your own eyebrows or anything overhead. So your eyes are going to be fixed like this till the time my instructions go on. And when I ask you to close your eyes, you can just close your eyes all the way down. But till then, keep your head straight and just look up as high as you possibly can. Everybody just look up, sit still, just look up as high as you possibly can with your head straight. Perfect. And take a deep breath in and out. Take another deep breath in and out. One more time, deep breathe in, keep your eyes up, let that eyes flutter as it is fluttering, and take a deep breath out. And just one last time, take a deep breath in, keep your eyeballs up, hold, and this time, as you exhale, shut your eyes all the way down. Close your eyes. Just take another 2-3 deep breaths in and out and relax yourself. Let your eyelids be closed down all the way down. Your eyelids are going to feel as if they've been glued shut, sealed tight, locked together. Let your eyes relax. They can move anywhere they feel comfortable. As your eyelids shut down, the muscles and nerves in and around your eyes are becoming heavy, droopy, drowsy. Your eyelids feel as if they've been glued shut, sealed tight, locked together. Even if you try to open your eyes, the more they feel glued shut, sealed tight, locked together. Just let your eyes relax. Let your entire body feel at ease. Feel a wave of relaxation into your entire body. Now, I want you to imagine that you're standing at the top of a grassy slope overlooking a rich green valley. You're standing at the top of 10 steps which lead down to a path in the middle of the valley. I'm going to count backwards from 10 to 1, and with each count, you will take one step down towards the path. And with each step you take, you will slip further and further into this wonderful state of relaxation. With each step, you will go twice as deep as you were at the previous step. Even if you don't see visual pictures, you can feel the physical sensation, the sense of movement, the feeling as you tread on each step, maybe even noticing the sound and sense around you. Moving each step allows your body to become more and more relaxed, almost feel as if they're floating. As you go down each step, allow your mind to let go of all the worries and thoughts about your day. Release them and let them float away. Let yourself go twice as deep with each step you take. So now we begin. With each count, go twice as deep. You're moving on to step 10. You're becoming more and more aware of the wonderfulness of this relaxation. You move on to step 9. Imagine the beauty of the rich, lush green valley that surrounds you. This magical valley of your mind. You feel relaxed by this beauty and your muscles loosen as your body becomes more and more limber and your muscles grow more relaxed. You move on to step 8. You step down again, going deeper and deeper into this wonderful safe space, feeling of letting go. Just allow yourself to go deeper, float deeper, sleep deeply. You move on to step 7. You're now entering deep into the valley, surrounded by all of its wonder and beauty, and you're now twice as relaxed as you were before, wonderfully relaxed. You listen only to my voice, allowing my voice to guide you deeper and deeper into this rich valley of imagination. Beautiful images are blossoming in your mind. Let them. Let your mind run free now as you go deeper and deeper with each count. You move on to step 6, and what a warm, peaceful, secure state of relaxation this is. With each count, you allow yourself to experience it more at a deeper and deeper level. You move on to step 5, closer to the path. Every sound you hear takes you even more deeper into this wonderful state of relaxation. You move on to step 4. Feel your feet making contact with this step and notice the beauty and peacefulness around you. You move on to step 3. Allow yourself to go deeper with each step, all other thoughts effortlessly drifting away. You move on to step 2. Allow yourself to go deeper into this wonderful state of absolute and total peacefulness. Deeper now. And as we approach the final count, when we reach 1, you'll be standing next to the path halfway between the top of the grassy slope and the beautiful lush valley down. There is a tree there, and it provides a nice shady place for you to relax. You're on to step 1 now, and you're on the path in the cool shade provided by the canopy of leaves. This valley is such a beautiful place, and this is a place that you're choosing to relax. Notice the details, the colors, the sounds, the smells, the feelings of this wonderful place. Feel the peace of this place sink into the depths of your soul. Feel your body completely relax. This is a special healing place where you can safely speak to the deepest parts of you. You don't have to do anything. Your inner mind will do everything for you. As I click my fingers, the sound of each click takes you deeper and deeper and even deeper. Drift deeper, think deeper, go deeper and deeper. Each sound, each feeling, each sensation brings into you hypnosis where your body is relaxed. Your conscious mind is drifting away while your subconscious mind is listening and absorbing every word. As you go deeper into an absolutely relaxed state, my words resonate with you and stay with you. Your mind has the power to achieve whatever it wants. And I want you to think of the happiest memory of your life. Think of the time that you were truly happy, truly at peace with yourself. As I click my fingers, that picture is coming into your mind easily, effortlessly. Get that picture in your mind when you were truly, absolutely happy. See what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt at that point of time. With the power of your mind, get that joy onto your face now. Get that smile that you felt at that moment that you were truly happy. Get that peace within yourself. Bring the happiness on your face. Feel that happiness and let every cell of your body feel that happiness. You're truly, truly happy. Every cell of your body is totally relaxed and just feeling that happiness that you felt. It's all beaming with joy. Intensify that happiness 10 times more and feel it. And tell yourself that I am good. I am lovable. I am enough. I can achieve whatever I want to achieve. I'm the luckiest child, happiest being in the world. No one can ever be like me. I have a purpose in life and I'm here to fulfill it. Take your arms and hug yourself and tell yourself that you're loved. Just take your arms and wrap it around yourself and tell yourself that I am loved. I am happy. I feel so happy just being me. There is no one else I would rather be. Because I am the best. I'm God's favorite creation. And I'm God's best child. I have everything and I will have everything that I desire. Take a deep breath and let this happiness sink into your soul, into every cell of your body. As I bring you back into full consciousness, just feel this happiness into every cell of your body. At the count of 5, feel amazing, feel loved, feel beautiful. At the count of 4, feel this happiness in your entire body. At the count of 3, feel a wave of relaxation throughout your body. At the count of 2 and 1, take a deep breath and open up your eyes and feel the happiness and joy around you.
Wonderful. I think so. Our audience also feel relaxed. Please give me a thumb. Yes.
That's okay.
Yes. Even I feel so relaxed. Great,
Just know
Pratima.
that you are...
I don't have words to describe my feelings right now.
I'm glad.
So
Just know that you are beautiful. That's it.
yes.
I want to ask you.
So just the last question from my side. See, our audience are giving the replies. So thank you so much, audience. And yes, my last question to you is, Pratima, what are your recommendations for living a healthy and happy life?
You know what? Living a happy and healthy life is a very easy thing to do, but we don't do it because we've just got used to being living in a complicated world. But if you truly ask me, if there are 2-3 things that you do, trust me, every day, you're going to find that inner power to deal with it. Firstly, as you get up in the morning, even before you open up your eyes, spread your arms out and tell yourself, I'm the luckiest soul ever. Like, I'm the happiest or the luckiest soul ever. Just before you open your eyes and tell that, because the subconscious mind is very active at that point and it will listen to it.
Yeah.
Secondly, make it a point to write at least 2 or 3 affirmations about whatever you want to achieve in life every single day in present tense, not in past tense, future tense. I am living a life of abundance. I am enough. I am whatever it is. Write 2 or 3 things of affirmations every morning and night.
Yeah.
Thirdly, please have a gratitude journal.
Yeah.
Say thank you every night, at least for 2 things in your life. It could be the fact that you're alive. Be thankful about that. And the last thing that I would really suggest and I would really recommend is to do one random act of kindness, if possible every day or at least once a week. Do some random act of kindness, because we don't realize the amount of joy we give. we get in manifold back.
Yeah.
So it can be, just giving 10 rupees extra to the Zomato guy who comes, or giving a water bottle to your guard who's standing down, or giving them food. It could be anything, or just sending flowers to someone. You have no idea how much positive energy you get back from that. You just follow these these 4 things, and I guarantee you're going to have a smile on your face every day.
Wonderful. So I will, start doing this journal today, and first I will tell thank you to you.
Thank you so much.
So thank you so much, Pratibha.
Okay.
And it's been a
Thank
wonderful
you.
experience for all of us. So I don't have to say anything. I can see the smiling faces and they are making hums. So thank you so much, Pratibha.
Thank you so much. And I'll share my number on the chat. If anyone has
please.
any questions, feel free to, contact me anytime.
Yeah,
I'll just write my number on the chat.
Yeah, please. So thank you so much, Pratibha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We have with us Ms. Nichelle Shah. Yes, anyone is saying?
Kripa, I think Dr. Balakrishnan had a question.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Please, sir.
Can I ask you the question?
Yeah, please, sir. I can take 1 or 2 questions.
Yeah, well, regarding the hypnotic stage, I want to ask you, what's the difference between the hypnotic stage and meditative stage?
So even in meditative stage and even in hypnotic stage, you're reaching a level of trance.
Yeah.
The only difference is in a meditation stage, you're sitting on your own and doing it. In an hypnotic state, I am guiding you to a stage of trance where I'll make you more suggestible to the suggestions that I give you. In a meditative state, you're going to be sitting and getting into this, and kind of introspecting about your life on your own. But in this case, I'll guide you to a hypnotic stage where I will make you more suggestible to what I'm asking you.
So even by sitting for a long time, by closing the eyes, can we enter into hypnotic stage? Just simply sitting and closing the eyes?
No, we can't. Because your mind is going to be constantly running into thoughts. So your conscious mind will consciously, again and again, every time that you want to reach a state of peacefulness, your conscious mind will, keep telling you, we have to finish this work, we have to do that work. So it gets you back. To reach a trance state, you have to be in a state of total immersion. When we're doing hypnosis, by the use of the language, that's why I said you have to listen to my words, and by the use of breathing and your eye position, we get you to a state where you will only listen without your conscious mind interfering into anything. So we kind of shut off that critical mind of yours and only operate from the subconscious mind.
Yes, for attaining this meditative stage, I am doing meditation sometimes. Sometimes I can't enter into it. So what I do, I'll be focusing my thoughts on one thing, that for example, Shivalinga, something like that. So I'm getting, I will be able to enter into meditative stage as soon as I enter into that. So similarly, this hypnotic also, can we do that similarly? Is it possible?
So it is possible. We do teach people how to do self-hypnosis on their own, to reach a stage of trance on their own, so that, sometimes a lot of questions that you want and you don't know who to ask, your subconscious mind has answers to all the questions. So we do teach people how to do self-hypnosis so that they can reach that state and ask that question and get an answer from the subconscious mind.
Thank you, Pratibha Madam. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So thank you so much, Pratibha.
Thank you.
And very nice to meeting you.
Same here.
So we have with us our next speaker, Ms. Nichelle Shah. She is a soft skill trader and a corporate trader. Hi, Nichelle.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Am I audible, Nichelle?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So, Nichelle, you are a soft skill trainer, corporate trainer. So, can right communication help people to achieve optimal health and well-being and success?
Yes, absolutely. First, there are certain tools and techniques which I would like to share before answering this question. So, there is Albert Meribin's rule, which we all need to follow so that we can understand how we need to communicate with people. So, when we communicate, like right now, when I am communicating with all of you, I am using 7% of words, 55% of body language, while we are doing a face to face communication, and 38% of my tone, as in paralinguistics, tone,
Yes.
pitch, and voice modulation, accent, all this matters. So, while we are communicating with anybody, these all should be congruent. These all should match. Only then the communication is supposed to be effective. As communication is a two-way process where one is a sender who starts the communication, and at the other end there is a receiver who receives the communication. But the communication is only effective and proper only if the sender receives the correct kind of a response, right? So there is a need for feedback.
Yeah, yeah, true.
So if the sender communicates in an effective manner, the receiver or the person who is at the other end would respond the way the sender wants him to.
Yeah,
So the need for feedback is very, very necessary. So now coming back to your question, yes, absolutely. Optimal health can be achieved if the communication is correct. So optimal health and well-being relates to physical health and mental health both. So when if our mental health is not at pace, we've just heard Pratibha where she was sharing about how important is mental well-being. Mental well-being depends on uh, how you have your relationships with people and yourself. That means your interpersonal relationships and your intrapersonal relationships. Interpersonal relationships is with people. So whether the relationships are professional or personal, and intrapersonal relationship is with yourself. How do you have your relationship with yourself? How much do you know yourself? So yes, optimal health and well-being does improve if the communication starts with your good intrapersonal relationship, and then automatically it happens with others. So this is what my answer is, that optimal health and well-being is important till the time you do not address what you want to and what you're feeling to the required people or the correct people, like doctors, like your friends. So agar relationship, if you don't have good relationships, then things don't work. So
Don't
optimal
work.
well-being, yes, optimal well-being depends on good or effective communication.
Yes, true. So, Nishal, how a positive communication and words heal someone who is suffering from critical illness?
Okay. So here we can take doctors also into considerations, or caretakers also into consideration. So if a person with critical illness is not heard properly, what he wants to say, what he wants to address, or if he has a feeling of judging, that people might judge him, then he might not communicate properly. So if I give you an example of intensive care units, it is hard pressed with a lot of emotions, because uh, if a patient has to get into an intensive care unit, which is an ICU, it is always sudden and unexpected, right? Over there is so much of noise, so much of sound, so much of unexpected things which can go on with him or her. So if the nurse or the doctors do not communicate effectively with that person and understand what he is going through, as in empathy is not there, the patient might lose hopes. And if he is not going to lose something on his health and result into something which is very, very terrible or tragic, it is very, very important that the doctor or the caretaker understand that what the person is going through. So he needs the feel of being heard, not being judged. Sometimes what happens is that when the doctors are talking to people with critical illness, the doctor needs to take care that the patient who has come needs to accompany somebody, because when the patient is trying to communicate and the doctor is giving him or her some advice, he is not able to remember everything what he is being told, right? So yes, the communication needs to be proper with the patient. He needs he has the feeling to be heard, and he has the feeling to be understood. He has the feeling that he needs to trust the doctor. So if the doctor or the caretaker does not listen to him properly, he might feel that no, I can't trust this person. He might not take proper care of me, or he doesn't understand that what I'm going through. So yeah.
Yeah, yes, true. So you are a corporate trainer also. So can you tell your experience about how communication and words heal someone's life, either professionally or personally, or
All right.
words heal the team perspective or something?
Yes. So, as coaches, we really need to understand that we can't be judgmental. We can't be saying things before we listen to them. So, I had taken a training for a team of SMR department, which is Service Marketing Representative Department. So, there was a need where I felt that there are some team leaders who need to communicate because they are not able to perform. So what happened is that I told them that yes, we can spend some 20 minutes and you can narrate why you're not able to perform the way you used to, or what is the reason for you not being able to achieve the target, because team leaders have a certain responsibility towards their team and towards their seniors as well. So there was one person, I wouldn't name him. He came to me and he was sitting, and I said, you were achieving 1.5 crores in a month. What has happened that you have, gone down to 60, 70 lakhs? You were a performer always. So he said, yeah, I am not interested in working. I said, you were always a performer. You need to share. So he said that I feel that my dad doesn't love me. Now you can't connect immediately. So I said, and why do you feel that? So he said that I feel that because he pushes me to get married. I said, what is your age? So he said that I'm 28. I said, yeah, you should get married if you want to get settled. So he said that I do not want to get settled. I said, and why is that? So he said that he paused for a minute, and then I said, do you have a girlfriend? So he said, yes, I like one girl and she also likes me. So I said that, then what is the problem? Why do you not want to get married? He said, it's just a year ago that I have lost my girlfriend who's passed away, and we were in a very good relationship, and she passed away, and still, he said that after 6 months, I got in touch with some other girl, and we are very happy, but I'm not happy. I said, you're not happy with her? He said, I am happy. She's a very nice girl, although I still miss her. The first one, so I said, then why do you feel that your father doesn't love you and your father loves your brother more than you? So this is what I want to express, that then when I explained that you really need to move on, you need to understand. So a need to be heard by somebody, the third person who does not know and who's not going to judge you. So this is one incident, and I would also like to share one more incident, which is a 14-year-old girl. She's coming to me since a year, and when she came to me, she was not happy with her parents. She was not happy with her school, with her friends. She wanted to commit suicide, and she used to write suicidal notes, and she used to draw on the wall. She's a very good artist. She's a good poet. She sketches so well, and she's got a lot of other talents and skills that she has. That was one time when I also was a little tense at such a small tender age, and she wants to,
Yeah.
and she used to continuously tell me that, why is the need to live? Why is the need to go to school? Why is the need to keep somebody happy? Or I feel that my parents are not happy with me. So I just want to say that you need people who can solve your problems at the mental level, and you need to flush out negative emotions on regular basis. And this is how I have an experience with different kind of people, because I deal with people like homemakers also, till corporates and professionals and students who want to get into aviation industry. So there are many people who have got issues which are not heard because they feel that they'll be judged.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So yeah, this is my experience, and I'm so happy. I can show you. She writes notes. She writes notes to me like these.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
she writes notes to me like these, and she expresses, and she says that thank you so much, because what I used to feel and think, and now where I am, is absolutely different. So I would,
Different things, yes.
yes, I would request all of you who are at this platform listening to me, please go to correct people who can help you with your mental fitness, because that is a must, because that is directly connected with your physical health.
Yes, true. Yes, true, Nishal.
Yes,
Nishal,
Dr.
even-
Balakrishna wants to ask something. I
Yeah.
guess.
Sir,
I want to ask you one doubt, Nisha madam, regarding this communication aspect you told. I'll tell you one thing. In India, we lack geriatric care. So doctors are not properly communicating with the patients regarding how to do, what type of medicine should be taken. Because usually here, doctors prescribe the adult dosage, one big tablet meant for adults. And the older people, they don't know how to consume that. So these are the difficulties. Because this I more experience. I used to travel a lot to Western countries and Europe and US. Once I went to US, whether I met one scientist. He was explaining he had been to India. He was telling there is no proper geriatric care in India, and patients are taking big tablets which are meant for adults. So I don't know how it's not improving. After so many years, this is lacking. But in Europe and other places, there is proper geriatric care and all. And here, what I feel, even communication gap is there between the doctor and the patient, because doctor may not be communicating properly to the patient what to be done, what not be done. That is could be due to here the patient load is too much for the doctor. Even if you can see in the OP ward, so many patients are there waiting for the doctor, and he has to finish within the stipulated time, the patient. Otherwise, he will be late to go to his office. So all these things are there. So that's why what are your lectures regarding communication skill is apt and prompt. I like it very much. Thank you, Mr. Thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank
So,
you. Thank you.
So, Nisha, second question to you is, even though we start each day with intention of succeeding, so every time we decided that from tomorrow I will go for walk and will eat healthy food, and then there's often a gap between the way we want to live a healthy life and being able to live a healthy life. So there is always a gap. So how to minimize that gap?
I would say that please prioritize, learn to prioritize. We are always hard pressed with time because we do not prioritize, we do not. So I often talk about Eisenhower's matrix of time management with my students or people who need to understand that they need to prioritize what is required. So the first thing is that we do not do things which are supposed to be done. We get on to not important or unimportant things, or which are not so urgent. We need to focus on important and urgent things first. So when I said that you need to focus on your mental fitness is again directly related with your physical fitness. So if you do not work out, then happiness hormones will not happen to you.
release.
Exactly. So that is what, if you wake up in the morning, I know that there are certain things you have to rush. Please wake up early, please sleep early, prioritize. See that you have to feel that how you treat yourself, how kind you are to yourself. We always tell our kids or maybe our friends and husbands that you should start your day with meditating. But we do not start our day with meditating, do we? We do not wake up early. We do not prioritize. We feel, मेरे बच्चे को स्कूल जाना है, मेरे को सुबह time, I don't get time in the morning. How will I do? I have to go to work. But those 10 minutes, 15 minutes, those 15 minutes we can't take out for ourselves. We can go out with friends, we can eat out, we do not eat healthy food. There are so many things we need to focus on. We do not focus on, and we know everything. But we do not do it because we have got other things which we think about, and we have got other priorities. So sometimes I always feel that when we get hurt on our finger, we like, let me tie a bandage, okay?
Yeah.
It's okay, I'll be okay, right? And if our child or our friend gets hurt, we'll, oh, where is the first aid box? Let me get the first aid. You hurt. We're not as kind to ourselves. That is what the problem is. We do not take care of ourselves because we don't love ourselves. That is what I feel. We love others. We'll take our son to basketball. We'll, ask our husband, you go to volleyball. Where are you doing things? Or maybe husbands also, like, men also feel that, it's important for me to earn and feed my family and take care of all their requirements. It's okay if I don't get up in the morning and do my exercise because, today this bank wala is going to come. Today that person is going to come for an interview. All those things. But those
All
15
those things
minutes,
we never.
yes.
Yeah.
So we do not prioritize our life. There has to be a certain routine which we need to start with if we want to live healthy and fit. If you start exercising regularly in the morning, if you start eating right, if you start, that is how you start feeling right and you are emotionally content.
Yeah. So prioritize yourself first. That will be
Absolutely
the way to fill that gap, right? True.
Yes.
Michelle, what advice would you like to give people who want to achieve the optimal health and wealth?
So there are a series. There is a series which I want to share. So what I'll start with is, actually what I feel is that we do not know ourselves. The first thing we need to do is know ourselves, self-awareness and self-knowledge. Then we need to jump to understand that we need to do a regular introspection. We need to know our strengths and weaknesses. We need to embrace our strengths. We need to accept our weaknesses and transform them into strengths. That is how you will start liking yourself. That is how you'll boost your self-esteem. That is how you'll start loving yourself. That is how you'll start respecting yourself. As soon as you start respecting yourself, you will see there's a absolute change in the surrounding. So this is what I was talking about, personal development on a regular basis. You will see that people's approach towards you has changed. The second thing which I want to tell you is the point which I really believe in, that 10% is what happens to us. And 90% is our attitude towards a certain situation or certain thing which has happened. So it is important to take hold of your attitude and respond rather than react. Third is, please stay awake and grab opportunities when they come. So I always give this example that you're sitting with a gun, okay, and you're given a gun and you're told that you need to shoot this balloon when it flies in front of you. What will you do? I'll ask you, Krupa, what will you do? You will keep your gun loaded, or you will load the gun when the balloon is passing in front of you?
I'll keep my gun loaded.
Exactly, that is what. So you need to keep your mouth open, grab it when it comes. So be an opportunist. Please take opportunities as and when they come. So please be ready for the opportunities that are going to come. With your guns, yes, like that.
Loaded.
Exactly. And there's one more thing. You need to take care that your personal relationships and professional relationships are in place. because they walk hand in hand. If your personal relationships, you're not taking care of your personal relationships, you will not be good at professional front
relations.
because you're not happy. So you need to keep that hand in hand. Please take care that you are good at your personal front also. If there are problems, please mend them. Please fill in the communication gap. Please address. Please talk to each other, whether it is your son, your wife, your friends. Please address what you're feeling, because good relationships do not happen as and when, you need to understand that if you are if you want your relationships to work, you need to communicate. And similarly, at your professional front, you need to understand that you need to remove your barriers of communication, which can be physical, psychological, and semantic barriers, which you need to remove. And then you need to communicate so that you can communicate in a proper manner with your seniors also, your juniors also, and people who are your peer circle at a horizontal level.
Yeah.
And also that you need to always understand that you cannot ignore your mental and physical health.
Yeah.
So as soon as you get to understand that I have got an issue and I need to talk to somebody, please seek help.
That's true.
Because like diseases or ailments like cancer, blood pressure, diabetes, all this, because you need to be healthy and fit mentally and physically, both. You can't be ignoring your mental health and physical health. If you want to achieve success in life, you need to understand that you're not supposed to compete and compare with others. You need to advance. You need to just advance as in compete with your own self.
True.
Right? So success is directly related with all these things. There are a lot more. I wanted to share this also, that yes, your EQ and IQ level should be in balance.
Yeah.
Your emotional quotient and intelligence quotient.
Intelligence quotient. Yeah.
Exactly. Your intelligence quotient is about reasoning, and your emotional quotient is about how you feel. So you can't feel more and think less, or reason less. You can't reason more, and otherwise if you reason more, you will not be able to manage your relationships, because people need other people who can empathize, right? So this has to be in balance. And you need to I have written it, flush out your negative thoughts on a daily basis. As the way you follow a certain body routine, please follow a certain mind routine. If you are in sync with all, this is a start. If you are able to be in sync with all these things, success is going to come to you. And you need to also, one last thing, that please plan short-term and long-term goals. Short-term and long-term goals. Short-term goals, if I say, it can be a daily goal, it can be an hourly goal, monthly goal, or 3-monthly goal. Long-term goals can be more than 3 months, maybe yearly goals also. Please stick with your goals. Use the smarter tool and achieve your goals. You'll feel really good about yourself. You'll feel self-motivated, and that is the key. If you're self-motivated, nothing can stop you.
Stop you to do whatever you want. True, very true. Nishal, my last question to you is, can you please give the tried and tested tips on how people can reach towards their full potential? Because, in Alchemist, the author has rightly said, it's our own obligation to reach towards our full potential.
All right.
So how we can reach to that level?
So the tip that I use is that I always prepare well. I prepare relentlessly. Whenever I have to go on a certain, I really work hard towards whatever goals I have. I am consistent. I stick with it. I used to be a perfectionist, so regular introspection is a must. If I introspect myself regularly, I wave off my negative, because everybody has those negative things which we have to remove, as in our traits or weaknesses which we have. I continuously do that. and I focus more on the positives that I have. So the fullest potential, if you want to get to the fullest potential, whatever I mentioned earlier, that these are the tips, this is how you move ahead, and this is how you achieve your maximum potential, because things are not, see, we are living in a competitive world and competitive environment where we need to struggle to be the best version of ourselves.
Ourselves, yes.
Yes. So with hard skills, you also need to learn the soft skills.
Soft skills. Yes.
Then yes, soft skills work, because that is how you learn your, if you are a leader somewhere, you need to be having good leadership skills, you need to have good communication skills, you need to have etiquette, you need to be, and also you need to personally develop on a regular basis so that your personality enhances, and everybody wants to have a good personality.
Personality, yes, true.
Yes, your confidence is the key. So I always say two things which I firmly believe. Confidence is an outfit.
Yes, wear it.
Yes, and own it. And the other thing which I believe firmly is treat others the way you want to be treated.
You want to be treated. Yes,
so
true.
empathy is very, very important.
True. So thank you so much, Nishal. And now I request Mr. Sharat Kamra, the director of Crack the Wellness Board, a life coach and our mentor. Sir, please.
Thank you so much. It's
Over to
really
you,
a pleasure.
sir.
We heard a lot of wonderful tips, insights, both from Pratibha and Nishal. Thank you so much to both of the excellent, great speakers. Meanwhile, before I begin, there is a question waiting, I think.
Question
Asha,
from your, sorry.
yes, Asha wanted to put a question. Can we unmute?
Yeah. While I was listening, I just want, when we are on this topic of hypnotherapy, coaching for our mental problems, I would like to know the difference between a psychiatrist, a hypnotherapist, and a coach. I'll tell you why. Because a personal experience of mine, I had some anxiety issues. And actually, he was a doctor whom I was being treated for some other problem. And in between, I developed anxiety issues and I behaved, my behavior was sort of not within my control. Lot of anxiety, couldn't sit at one place, very restless. So I went to him. He immediately told me, no, there are some chemical changes in your brain. So you have to go and visit a psychiatrist. And he put me on some pills, very small thing. And he said, you take these pills, you'll feel better. I did feel better. But then I did not go to a psychiatrist. I started on meditation. And today I'm thankful that I was out of it. It took me 2 months to come out of my problem, but I'm okay with the mental thing. So the difference now, when I was listening to Pratibha, she told me the difference between meditation and how she, the hypnotherapy. Now the coaching, all these are similar. One thing common is mentally somebody is having a problem, but they're being treated by different people. So I just wanted to know the difference, if you could help me out in this.
So I'll tell you the difference actually is a psychiatrist is someone who treats you by giving medicines. Who treats any mental issue by giving medicines.
Okay.
So if you go for depression, they'll give you medicine for depression. If it's anxiety, they'll give you the dosage. And they are the only one who are trained to prescribe medicines.
Okay.
A hypnotherapist, a counselor cannot prescribe. Even a psychologist cannot prescribe medicines to you. Only a psychiatrist can prescribe.
Okay.
A hypnotherapist would revisit your past and change all the meanings to situations that you've given in your past, your belief system, your attitudes, and eliminate things from the root cause and then help you move forward. Whereas coaching is about looking forward. It's about helping you setting your goals. It's about helping you see that whatever has happened. How do we go about it in future and helping you plan your future? That's the difference between the three, actually.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, there's one question from Kala sir. Yes, sir. Sir, please unmute yourself.
You're on mute, sir.
Sir, please unmute yourself, sir.
So, Pratibha ji, we saw an example of a remote session being conducted by you today, right? So, is it okay if people call you up remotely and do these sessions? And does it work?
It does. I have a lot of clients who are not in Ahmedabad. So hypnotherapy works online and offline equally. There is no difference in. It's just that we do it on Zoom, that I need to see the person because I need to observe the body language. But it works online and offline. Hypnotherapy, coaching, counseling, everything works both ways. It can be over Zoom.
Okay, great. And second question I had was, do you have any cases of, applying this on people with physical ailments also? Has it worked in that?
Yes, it does. Like I said, that hypnotherapy works in physical ailments, because we believe that your body has an innate nature to heal itself. We don't tap into it. We try and take medicines and everything that superficially it can be treated, not realizing the healing properties our body has. So what hypnotherapy does, there is these two beautiful tools that we have. One is called cell command therapy, where we command your cell to heal itself. So we will give certain instructions and commands to your cell to heal itself during the session. Post the session, we give you a recording of about 10 to 12 minutes, which we ask you to listen every night. So for 21 days, when you listen to it every night, it's become a habit for your subconscious mind, and your brain every day takes in this suggestion to heal itself. The other beautiful tool that we have is called Healing Vortex, where we're actually giving a command to your entire body to heal itself to its original form, to what it was before these ailments and diseases took over. So even, when we're talking about back pain, lower back pain, migraine, there is a physical issue. I'm not talking about when there's physiologically there is something very wrong in it, like your spine has gone upside down. It's a different case. Otherwise, all of this has a mental issue attached to it, emotions attached to it. So you cannot treat a migraine or a lower back pain without treating the emotions attached to it. So hypnotherapy combines both.
Okay, great to know that. I'm sure it'll benefit a lot of our viewers here also. और निशल जी, आपसे मेरा सवाल ये था कि भी you started by saying importance of communication. Now, while most of us understand interpersonal communication, intrapersonal communication is something not very easily understood.
Correct.
Right. So, can you throw some more light on it?
So intrapersonal communication is about self-talk, what you talk to yourself. Where we always do not do that we do not talk to ourselves, we just have, so there are various kind of personalities like introvert, extrovert, ambivert. So if you do not listen to yourself, you do not talk to yourself, that is what is called introspection, regular introspection, which you need to do on a regular basis. That what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, how do I go about my weaknesses, how do I transform them from weaknesses to strengths. That is what is intrapersonal relationship, how we treat ourselves, how we take care of ourselves, how we prioritize ourselves. This is all about self-talk. This is what is called intrapersonal behavior.
Thank you so much. Thank you both the speakers for a wonderful session
Thank
today.
You so much.
Thank you so much.
Over to you, Sharad sir.
We have, if time permits, maybe one more question. Someone has raised hand.
Yeah, we can take.
Ms.
Yes,
Yangchen Dolma.
Good
yes,
morning, everyone. Thank you so much for this wonderful 2 sessions. So basically, I am a full-time working nurse, middle-level nurse manager. So over the years, like as a nurse, I always face suffering, right? Because my environment, I work in a suffering environment. So I know that I have good empathy level. Empathy is high. My level of empathy is very high because I have been a patient myself for a long time. So now my question is when I see somebody suffering, every day I do, but then most of the time I really get emotionally I'm very weak. I feel emotionally I'm very weak. So do this hypnotherapy or psychotherapy will make me better in because see emotionally weak, it is not healthy for a nurse, right? I have to be very strong in front of the patient, but if I am getting emotionally weak, it is not healthy. Though I'm very positive, otherwise I'm very happy and very positive. I'm doing very good in my professional life also. I am a kidney transplant patient myself, but then I'm really doing very good. Kidney transplant for over 23 years now, post transplant. So I'm a very successful candidate as well as a patient. But then, yeah, this has helped me to, increase my empathy level as well because I have been into the shoes of the patient. So now my problem in to day life is वो emotionally थोड़ा सा मैं strong होना चाहती हूँ. Empathy तो होगा रहेगा, but then how to tackle this situation? Every time I can't be very teary eyes and all. तो उसके लिए क्या solution होगा आपकी therapies में?
So through hypnotherapy, what we do is, अगर आप एक बात समझो, आप बचपन से ऐसे नहीं थे. As we are born, जब अपन पैदा होते हैं, we are all equal. हम एक जैसे ही होते हैं सब, right?
Yes.
कोई ना कोई life में situations आता है where we start learning that either we're very emotional or we're very, things affect us and we get. So there has to be a root cause to when you started attaching yourself to people's emotion a lot. पहले वो root cause समझना पड़ेगा. Secondly, हम सब के अंदर बहुत resilience है. We have a lot of resilience to deal with things, but your ability or your power or your resilience is something that you have not explored. You have not got it to forefront. So आप जब भी कोई patient को deal करते हो, आप जैसे बोल रहे हो आप teary eye हो जाते हो, you flow, empathy होना अलग बात है. But to go and be in their shoes is a separate thing. So somewhere वो balance लाना पड़ता है, how to detach yourself from your patients, if I am correct.
Now see, we are discussing, I am still teary-eyed. So that is the level of my, yeah.
Because there is so much emotions that you withheld inside you. आपने अपने अंदर इतना emotion दबा के रखा है कि जब तक आप उसको खाली नहीं करोगे, deal नहीं करोगे. It's like a cup.
So what is the solution? What is the solution?
Through hypnotherapy and counseling, we can take out all the emotions that you put inside you. We can help you deal with all those emotions that जो आप अंदर दबा के रख रहे हो, that you've not been able to share or let it out.
Okay.
Because उसको अपन को खाली करना पड़ेगा. अब जब तक आपका कप खाली नहीं होगा, आप और emotions अंदर नहीं ले सकते. And you have, correct me if I'm not wrong, by being too empathetic, आप बहुत कुछ अंदर अपने अंदर दबा के रखते हो. You keep a lot of feelings and emotions within you, and you do not share it.
Yeah.
So that is what is causing this. जब तक आप share नहीं करोगे उसको, जब तक आप, maybe you don't share it because you feel I can handle my problems, I don't want to trouble anyone, it's okay, leave it. Or you feel that no one will understand you the way you want them to understand you.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. But then I don't realize the importance of sharing also.
This is the importance.
In practice, yeah. I don't
realize
the importance of sharing my emotions also because I can control. I feel that I can go with it without sharing.
If you could, आप इस state में अभी नहीं होगे.
Yeah. I realize that, but
it is important. We are all human beings at the end of the day. There is only so much that we can absorb and take in. So do not become like a balloon that's waiting to burst up. You need to realize your inner strength, which counseling and hypnotherapy can help you do.
So why is it that even if I'm emotionally like that, otherwise I'm really like able to do so many things in life with a very positive approach. So why
Because
is it like?
that's how you've trained yourself. You've trained yourself to be positive. You've trained yourself to deal, because you're in such a profession, you've trained yourself to look at the positive side because there's no other option. But end of the day, other than being a nurse, you're a human being also. That human being has to, it's not just meant to take care of people, has to take care of herself first. You've lost that entire approach or aspect of taking care of yourself in the whole process of taking care of someone else. खुद का ध्यान कैसे रखना है आपको वो सीखना पड़ेगा पहले.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll get in touch with you.
I would like to tell you something, Dolma, with this. So when you were saying that I do not understand the importance of sharing, right? So there is a certain kind of experience or conditioning which has happened with all of us, right? For a certain thing, because we have had certain kind of an experience from our families, from people who we stay, our friends and others. लेकिन तब क्या होता है कि हम मान लेते हैं that this is what it is, this is normal and this is what it has to be. So this is the time to unlearn certain things. You need to unlearn and learn new things. So the importance of sharing is that is where communication comes in. If you do not communicate, you need to understand that वो जो मैं communication pyramid की बात कर रही थी, you have to find people whom you can trust, because trust is the bedrock of anything you want to share. The moment you understand that yes, I can trust this person, you can share. You should never overshare. Okay, you have to understand कि सामने वाले को कितना बताना है. You can compartmentalize people also. हर इंसान के साथ सब कुछ शेयर नहीं करते. कुछ इंसान के साथ कुछ शेयर करना चाहिए, कुछ इंसान के साथ कुछ शेयर करना चाहिए. सबके साथ सब कुछ शेयर नहीं करते. Suppose if we are 6 people over here on the screen, so शरद जी के साथ आपको पहले उनको जानना पड़ेगा that what is that I can share with him. Otherwise, because everybody has a fear of judging. जज करता है ना कोई इंसान तो अच्छा नहीं लगता. वो मेरे बारे में क्या सोचेगा is the first question.
I think a stranger will be a better, professional stranger will be a better to get counseling from and get the solutions from, because
Absolutely.
Because as a person in and around my friends, my relatives, everyone thinks that I'm a very strong person.
Correct.
So they have already prejudged me as a strong person. So अगर मैं किसी फ्रेंड्स को बताती भी हूँ तो like ये क्या बोल रहे kind of मजाक मत उड़ाओ and something like that, they may do that also. So maybe I don't want to have a weak face in front of my near and dear ones. Maybe that's
So I'll tell you one thing. When I was I think 7-8 years ago, I have been tagged ये बहुत सीधी है, ये बहुत भोली है, ये किसी को कुछ नहीं कहती है. So what happens is that you start behaving in the same way because you don't want others to मतलब उसके against नहीं होनी चाहिए कोई बात. आपको सीधे ही बन के रहना है, आपको अच्छे ही बन के रहना है, आपको किसी को कुछ नहीं कहना. You have to cater to everybody's demands. You can't say no. That does not work. Sometimes you need to change that your personality also. It takes time. It is a gradual process. But you need not be someone who others think about you. You have to start changing and transforming yourself in others' eyes also. You need not be the same. But they are strong.
Sorry to intervene here. Yanchin, number of both Nichelle and Pratibha are here in the chat box. You take their number, get in touch with them directly, and I think that we will be able to speak much more openly with them also, knowing that the two experts are there to take care of your needs. Meanwhile, we have with us Naren ji. To tell the entire audience, Mr. Naren Bakshi is our chairman of My Crack the Wellness Good Foundation, founder of the India chapter and also of the US chapter. So Naren ji, welcome so much, and thanks a lot for joining. And for everyone's information, he's right now in US. This must be around 11:30 in the night there, and he's here for us, attending this session, finding the topic so interesting. So welcome, sir, and thank you so much for joining. and your chance to ask the question, sir.
So I want to make a comment. First of all, thank you to all the speakers, Kripa and
Thank you, sir.
Pratibha ji and Nishal. So this topic is a tough topic. I have been involved in this for last 25 years because of my involvement in a mental health, behavioral health institution in the United States. So I see a big difference, unfortunately, even today, between what happens in US and what happens in India. There's too much stigma still attached to this field. And in fact, in India, in Jaipur, you can find a psychiatrist who dawa de dega. What is missing is what you guys are talking about, which is psychology, which is coaching, which is all of these things that you're talking about that is missing. And missing means that is what is required. So I'm so very happy that you are here, and I'm also equally happy that we made sure that our team attends this session. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, how can we ask somebody else to? So the fact that Sharad is here, the fact that Kalaji is here, the fact that I decided to be here, my wife heard it. So the point I'm trying to make is, please don't get worried how many people are joining. Because what happens is, everyone that joins is going to go and talk with 10 other people. And that's the only way it's going to change in India, slowly but certainly. So congratulations to all of you. I didn't see any technical problem. Everything went very well. So congratulations to team as well as all of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir. So, great, wonderful, excellent. Pratibha and Nishal, and wonderful job done by Kripa also. Thank you so much. It was really a pleasure to listen to the entire deliberations, conversation, and towards the end when the questions were coming up, I was actually delighted that people are opening up. So that's a wonderful thing. If I get to summarize the session, and starting with the hypnotherapy, thanks for clearing the doubts. A lot of myths, a lot of misunderstandings attached to perhaps someone would hypnotize and I would be in a different world. So breaking that is really very important, demystifying and helping people to get to understand what it is really to be taking a hypnotherapy session. Since I've been into the art of living and also life skills coaching, I have experienced often that guided meditation does create kind of that environment wherein we get to understand people are able to get into that trance kind of a state and be able to get healed, so that that some good mellifluous voice guiding from the back, helping you to get into a state of relaxation, and also has the power to delete a lot of impressions, not just heal within, but also delete a lot of impressions which are there deep inside. And those who had asked questions, I hope they must have got benefited out of it. And if we talk about the physical pain, the association of that with our mental patterns, behaviors, that is all very well understood. I think people who have been experiencing that, whether it's kind of any critical illness, whether it is kind of any diseases which people are suffering, it is, a proven fact now by science that people who harbor a lot of emotions inside are more vulnerable to even the diseases at the physical level. So thank you so much for putting light on that. And if I actually talk about, one point which, Pratibha made was about the therapy called self-command. So, and this somewhere resonates very much clearly with, if not at very deep level, at least at the ground level, we can see that what Nichelle was talking about, the self introspection, and somewhere if people are in habit of introspecting, getting to listen to themselves, they are in a better position even to listen to others actually. So that internal communication is really very important, and the power of positive affirmations, indeed very important. And that again is able to prepare us for our lives, for our goals, for whatever we want to achieve in our life. And Nichelle, the point well taken, that intrapersonal communication has to happen before the interpersonal one. It's a very valid point. And the world is out there, wanting to be heard. The world is out there to share their concerns, and often it so happens that a platform is missing for them to talk. And rightly said that if there is a professional environment available who can handle the people much better suffering from all these kind of issues, is much better rather than people to be just able to open up just in front of anybody. But at the same time, it's very important for us to identify people around ourselves, the family members. It's my personal experience, what I've seen around is that people who do not have a very strong bond with family members around, with whom they could open up, because that's a kind of understanding which starts developing much early in the childhood. Having some siblings, having cousins with whom you are very pally, with whom you could just share about anything. I think our previous generation was much better blessed when they had a joint family setup wherein they were, so comfortable with each other, and some stranger entering the home would not get to know who's the sibling and who's the cousin. So people were much more emotionally strong and stable from that point of time. And the kind of times in which we live, I would, put a point forward here that single child, too much of pressure on parents to achieve things in their life, and collecting, grabbing or whatever, accumulating assets, properties, being financially stable, and reluctant to have more kids. I mean, anyhow, the population, we are already living in the most populous country in the world. But then that kind of concern and the kind of pressure, the kind of stress, people choose to have either a single child or no child, and ultimately it leads to a situation where you feel isolated, and somehow they need to look for company outside. And then the judgment, whom to trust, whom not to trust. So a lot of changes are happening in the society, and in this environment, I think it's very important to have professional help available. So thank you so much for that. And couple of things which Nichelle talked about, and I was actually taking my notes, and she was bang on putting all those points. Thank you, Nichelle. Knowing yourself, that self-introspection, embracing strengths, accepting weaknesses. So all those are very valid points, and for people to understand that setting your priorities right is again a very important aspect. I understand from one perspective that stress at times becomes one of the biggest factors to be contributing to the sickness and illness. First, the stress gets into our system, and not getting to touch the spiritual dimension, maybe some other session would be more appropriate for that. But stress first enters our mind, that it enters our physical body. And after entering over there, the way our body responds to that stress becomes the cause of a lot of diseases, a lot of issues. If you harbor a lot of things inside, not being able to speak up, it worsens the situation. And as a result, your endocrine systems go for a halt. Why examinations time, people have loose tummies and all. I mean, we can connect how mind gets connected to the physical body. So anyways, keeping it short. So thank you so much. Kripa did a wonderful job steering the session, moderating this well. Thanks, Aishwarya. I think she's not here around, but wonderful teamwork happening from your end also. And thanks to my Crack the Wellness Code Foundation entire team, who's been dealing with the entire technical thing and everything. Apart from people who have interacted with you right now, we have many other colleagues with us also. Gargi, Umadeen, our very key advisor, Vikram Rastogi ji, Jiten. Everyone is here, Azhar. So thanks everyone for having supported it so well. And I now move on to my presentation.
Okay.
So thanks again, once again, for joining in today. Again, we are going to meet on 8th October. For those who may want to take a note, 8th October will be our next session on Sunday, 11 a.m. Our next expert is going to be Dr. Varun Pratap Singh, and we have a very interesting series happening on the joints and knees. Healthy Joints, Happy Knees series. And the topic will be Understanding Knees, Pain, Precaution, and Care. So, pain is an inevitable part of life, but with some precaution and care, we can learn how to know to manage it well. And please do join us. We'll be sharing the link soon. We have a lot of volunteering opportunities. A lot of people today also had volunteered, to be able to support for this session. So you can also be part of that. And our address, we are located in Jaipur, in the heart of the city at Civil Lines and Leela Mansion on Raj Bhavan Marg. If anyone of you is interested to contribute, please feel free to call us. My number and the email ID of ours is mentioned. We have a lot of our partners who've been supporting us, strategic knowledge partners, community partners, who help in spreading the word around. And also, wherever required, they provide us with the feedback, and they give shape to many of our other different programs related to wellness. We have other area development partners, corporate wellness partners, NGO, and wellness partners. We have advisors with us, Mr. I.C. Agarwal, who is the chairman of Genius Power, and Mr. Kamal Setia, Mr. Vikram Karnawat, all the legends, who are associated with us, who guide us time to time. Our team of doctors. Dr. Rashmi has been, many of the times she has been moderating the sessions for us, so many of you would have certainly seen her. We have our pro bono partners who keep on providing our services with a very selfless motive. And we have our supporters. We have our wellness ambassadors who, are the standing example of how you can be achieving a lot more in life while still taking care of yourself. Naren ji, we are so glad you are here with us today, and being our founder and chairperson and being able to find time to attend our sessions is a great pleasure for us. Kamadakala was also here. He was asking questions. Mr. Rastogi is also in the session today with us. And then Gagi and Ruma and Umadi, Nazar, everyone, all these are part of us. So next program, please do not miss. Make a note, and we'll be sharing the links also to all those who have attended today's session. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for joining us. You can stay in touch with us through our social media. We're on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Insta. It's a great pleasure, and see you all next time. It was a pleasure to be with you all, and we look forward to a great company every time we come to the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.